right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ben's Brick Designs. Happy Sunday. Good to see you all. Hello, Missy. Hello, Johnny. Thanks for being here. I hope you're having a good weekend. Things are going well here. We're going to do a little bit of kind of needed back-end administrative stuff. The sub sandwich was a hit with the thundercloud. I brought it to them on I think it was last week. Now I can't remember. But they liked it a lot. They also wanted some instructions for it just in case it fell apart or they wanted to get more parts and build a second one. And also they wanted a smaller, like a yellow submarine version of it, right? So something else a little smaller that they could easily move around. I had the impression that this probably isn't going to go in a store. It's going to go in their corporate office somewhere, but it's theirs to do with whatever they want. So to that end, I'm going to start on doing some instructions for it, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So there were a couple changes that I made to the stand and the set itself to kind of make it a little more sturdy, but there wasn't a whole lot. Also, I think I was missing a piece. I think somehow this got missed. So I'm going to have to bring that to him because I remember this wasn't on there when I brought it to him, so I don't know what happened to that extra piece when I was looking at it. So anyway, yeah, there's some internal things I changed, but not a ton. It worked pretty well, so hopefully the instructions will work as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Feel free to chat and ask questions and tell me what your current plans are and what you're working on. At the same time, I think I'll have to go through here and make sure no colors are a problem. I think that's good. So last night we went to, it was a friend's 40th birthday, and we went to this place in Austin called Tiny Minotaur. And it's basically a themed bar, karaoke bar / event, right? The idea is you get a day. It's a private club, by which I mean it's got some zoning things that they're waiting to see. So as long as they say we're charging you admission, like a day pass, whatever else happens inside that, there's a different sort of TABC alcohol and dispensary kind of regulations for that. If you read up on all that, in whatever state you have, there's private clubs, and they can do certain things with alcohol, and they can do certain things with food and stuff like that. So, it sounds more skeevy than it is. It's just like a legal definition of a place, right, that can serve alcohol. And, the reason this place was kind of unique is it's very Ren Fair-ish. So it's like a mini Ren Fair. And if you want to sing karaoke, then you have to dress in costume. So we all dressed in costume because all my friends, except for me and Beth primarily, are big Ren Fair people. They go out, they camp. They used to do Texas Renaissance Festival a lot. Now they go to Sherwood Forest, which is a smaller version, but it's closer to Austin. And so they have, and the one guy and the one couple, they make their own costumes. They have some purchase stuff, but for the most part, they make their own stuff. And he does leatherworking and some metalworking, and so he's got fantastic costumes. So I borrowed one of his costumes, and we all had a great time. It was a lot of fun. But we were out till very, very late. The karaoke shuts down at about 11, and then we were probably there till about 12:30 and didn't get home till about 1 or 1:30. But it was a good time. I think I can probably do by color here. I'm just trying to separate the stand because I think I want to make it a separate instruction. I think I might do it like in a different PDF because it's a whole set of stuff, and I don't want to do a whole group of it. A small group of it, like a submodel. Plus I need to change up a few things on here because this didn't hold up very well. I'm trying to remember how I put this together now. So how's everybody doing? I hope your Sunday's going well. What are you up to? What's your plans for the week coming up? Any big plans or anything? Yeah, so this might be what I might do is do a new, paste this in here, and we'll do instructions for this one first. Okay, so I need to fix this up a little bit. This needs to have a 2x4 plate under it. Actually, can I do 4x4? Does that come in that color? Perfect. Minecraft crafting table set. Just got it yesterday at the Lego store. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Put that under there to keep that a little more sturdy. That all worked out there. This didn't work out for some reason. I needed to do something here, and I forget what it was. Something like this. I used whatever pieces I had, and it worked. So I don't know if I added pieces or not, but that works better. That's a little more stable. And to be fun, because I can redo this now. Nieces and nephew bit, they're up from North Carolina. They live in Asheville. Oh, are they okay? Were they fleeing? Or are they okay? That's some terrible stuff that happened over the weekend. Or last week. Jeez, it's been a while. I'm going to gussy this up a little bit. That's nice. That looks good. Okay. What's up, Cliff? Yeah, it did, man. All I see is videos about flooding and stuff just absolutely missing and gone away. Ooh. Well, at least it was 3 feet of water in their basement and not like in their living room or their second floor. So I don't want to say they lucked out, but I guess it could have been worse. So I'm glad they're okay. All right, so this is gonna be. How you doing, Cliff? Happy Sunday to you. I hope you're doing well. All right, I want a view on. If you guys have any questions about instruction stuff, let me know. I know that I do this occasionally, so it's probably not new to anybody, but in case you're new to the instructions side of doing MOCs in studio, just let me know. I think we're going to start here. This section shouldn't take too long. Ooh. Yeah, I bet. Oh, that's terrible. Let's do this next. Hold these two together. If you guys haven't been watching, Darth Designer has been doing his Rebrick aircraft carrier, his like 1.5 meters or meter long or whatever it is aircraft carrier on his channel. You should check that out. It's been a lot of fun. He's got some. It looks really good. I mean, the way it's sectional and everything. to put it together, and he's got it in a comparison with some of his other builds. It's been really great. This is going to look weird on the instruction page, but I don't care. So yeah, the evening was fun. I sang 3 songs. Friends sang a couple songs. It's outside, so it's very cool. I'll describe it a little more. There's like it's like this ornate door that you walk in, and it opens precisely at 8 p.m. and you get a day pass until they close, right? You walk in, you go over here, there's a little like curio shed kind of thing with a person in it, and they explain the rules to you, and you sign a guest book, and the guest book's how they keep track for the legal purposes, right? And you put down like your address and your phone number or something like that. And then you pay them, and they give you the currency of the location, which are these big metal coins. They call them horns. So for $3, you get 1 horn, right? And most things are like 2 horns or 3 horns, depending, the drinks. And then there's like, they had some little charcuterie things. They had a cheese thing and a meat thing, right? So there wasn't a lot of food. I was kind of bummed because we hadn't eaten, and I was very hungry, and we get there and it's these little bitty things of like sausages and pickled vegetables or whatever. And we're just like, oh God, I'm so hungry. So, but it was fine. And then you go in, and then like, there's a house here, and the house is kind of off limits. They're opening something in it later, but they have to like wait for zoning or whatever. So then you go around the side, and along the fence, basically, there's a bar with 2 bartenders. And then there's a couple other places down there, like booths at a Ren Fair, where there's like, you could get a tarot reading. There's a guy selling some like leather craft stuff. I forget, there was one other thing. I forget what it was. And then you go into the back, and it's all these tables with a karaoke thing. And it's all kind of covered with like the shady tarp things, and there's lights everywhere. It's very charming. But it got a little crowded. There wasn't enough place. There's picnic benches everywhere, but there wasn't enough place for everybody to sit. So there was kind of a lot of shuffling around and stuff. But then when the karaoke broke up, that was kind of it. Everybody left. But we had a good time. It was fun. Anytime I can sing karaoke, it's going to be fun. I have a good time doing it. But it was my friend's 40th, and he dressed up as, I think, Jack from... I forget the guy's name, from Jumanji, the Robin Williams character, the native feral version of him when they first encounter him. He had a big plant head and just like the skins and everything. It was a lot of fun. And then both Beth and I borrowed some stuff from our friends who, aforementioned costume maker people. They had stuff for us to wear, so that was nice. Because otherwise, I don't know that we would have been able to go. We tried going to a Spirit Halloween, and they didn't have hardly anything. And most of those are kind of garbage costume anyway. It's fine, for what it is. But did I not attach? That's a weird way to not attach that. Yeah, it was fun. I always like doing stuff like that, but I don't like it enough to like want to go. Like I was a street performer at the Renaissance Fair in Colorado, and so I'm not opposed to going to Ren fairs or participating. I don't like the day camping or the weekend camping idea as much. Because at the end of the day, when you're done and you're dusty and tired and hot, the last thing I want to go do is sleep in a tent somewhere. I like camping kind of on its own. So if like Beth and I just wanted to go camping somewhere, that'd be fine. But I don't know that I want to do like, then I got to then I've got all this outfit stuff to wear, and we just kind of go sit in, you know, near a bar all day, or just go hang out with our friends and under a tree and get pictures taken and stuff like that for a whole weekend. And then a night stay up drinking and doing whatever else. It's like, I don't think I want to do that. And some people don't do that. They go out for the day and then they come home at night. So, but I like the idea of like doing all the dressing up kind of stuff. Did I not do? I didn't do a step here. My bad. So have you guys done fair stuff, Renaissance Festival, gone to anything like that? I know that there's a circuit in Pennsylvania. There's the main Renaissance Festival circuit. I think there's two main ones, or maybe there's just one, and it goes kind of around the country. So Texas is in, it goes through July, it goes through October and November. And then they go somewhere else. And I know in Colorado, it's the same group. And they go over like June and July. So like the cooler places in the country, they'll do over the summer. And then they'll, you know. So, but I don't know if and I thought there was one in Pennsylvania. But other than that, I don't know where they stop. Yeah, that makes sense. I think they'll probably do that one, and then the court, usually it's the same circuit of like courts. Some shop people, some performers will just travel the country. That's what they do. And so if Pittsburgh one just wrapped up, my guess is they're going to Texas next, because I think that starts up pretty soon and goes till almost Thanksgiving. It's 6 weeks, same thing. The TRF is huge too. It's on a giant plot of land, and I don't know if they're still expanding or not, but I can't do that. That's not one I can do just yet. Can't do either of those yet. There's nothing holding that up. Nothing holding either of those up. All right, so these I'll have to go back down here. So what do we got? We got these. Do you have anything nearby like that, Cliff? Do you guys have a Ren Fair, or they have smaller ones here? They've got, like I said, the Sherwood Forest, but I don't know how like widespread that is to other states. Goodness. The coffee hasn't kicked in yet. Now I can put this in. That. They're fun as long as you don't, you know, there's people who take it really seriously in terms of like character, and they become a caricature. They embody a character while they're out there. And some people, like our friends, they just kind of go out and dress up and they just hang out with their friends. That's all they do. They like the aesthetic more than the idea, I think. So I think that's why they do it. But I don't know. I'm not them. I did not go to Austin FC's game last night, or it was a watch party. It wasn't a game. They were playing in LA, and they lost, so they're out of the playoffs. They have one more home game left, and I don't know if I'm officially going or not. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I wonder if I can do that last. I could do that last. I could flip the whole thing over and put those on last. Interesting. Why do I have that up? I don't want that up. Renaissance Fair Circuit. See, they say they're all different fairs, but it's usually populated by the same group. So I'm wondering what ones they're talking about. Arizona, Sherwood Forest, that's here. Norman, Oklahoma. I haven't been to Scarborough, but Waxahachie's not super close. Kenosha. Kenosha Days. Wasn't that from Wayne's World? We're going to Kenosha Days. There's a Minnesota, Ren Fair, Pennsylvania. Is that Lancaster County? Is that what you're talking about? New York, Maryland, Ohio, Carolina, TRF, Northern California, Kansas City. I guess I don't know that there's more than that. You can only cram so many 6 weeks into a year, so they've probably got kind of a lockdown on that. Where was I? Je suis ici. Well, it looks like you need to start one up, Cliff. Oh, Johnny. I tried Prism. I almost started streaming the other day. I had everything set up. Where is it? And I got everything set up, and it barked at me that I don't have a good enough minimum. I don't have a good enough minimum to stream. It won't run. So I tried it, and it when you first launch it, it barks at you and says there may be stability issues. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. But then it won't even, like, once you get it all set up, it goes, nope, can't do it. Not supported. I'm like, oh, man. So this is the excuse I need. So now I've been pricing video cards, and I've got some room on my Best Buy card. And so I was going to buy a new video card. But I'm also, I think after this, I'm going to take my machine. I just need to open it up and see what my slot is, what size it is. It'll probably fit whatever NVIDIA RTX card I get. So I'm going to get a better RTX card or a better GPU and fire that up. That'll solve a few problems. That'll be better for streaming, and then I can try Prism. That'll also be a good excuse to maybe look into getting Steam powered back up and get some small indie games that I can play, you know. And also rendering won't take as long because the GPU now is barely functional apparently, and the rendering like a microfighter takes about an hour to render. So not a bad thing, kind of pushing me in that direction, but I may be on OBS for a little while longer till I get this all sorted out. So yeah, forcible. And I mean, honestly, I've had this computer now for 4.5 years. Like I got it when basically after we moved into this house, and it's time, you know, there's a few updates needed. I'm sure I could add more memory to it. You know, it's got 32 gigs already, but it's whatever. Good morning, Greg. How are you? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you coming by. Yeah, that's great. I mean, it was so like, I'll show you. It's gonna infinity loop here, but it won't show up with the cameras. Like my cameras won't show up because I'm using them. But yeah, it's the only, and let me know if there's a way around this. I like having the ability to like check it in an edit screen first, see what, you know, you can make all these changes over here and do whatever you want, and then set it to the live thing. But while I'm streaming, I like to be able to switch scenes. Have you noticed a way to be able to switch a scene live without having to go live in the edit first? Because that's just extra clicks, like change here, change here, change here, change here, right? I'm sure there's a way. I haven't read through it all yet. This was basically, I just downloaded it, opened it, tried to make it look like my setup so I could just kind of go. But there's a lot of extra cool, fun stuff in here. There's stickers and animated stuff. And I think I'll be able to like pull desktop music so I don't have to have it in the background here, although I like it. Double click. Let's try it. So if I were to do this. Yeah, it's not doing it. It may be in settings somewhere. I can go in here and look at the settings and say like immediately do whatever. But anyway, yeah, so I set it all up. It seems to work really great. It seems to be very snappy to run. No problem setting all this up. It was very intuitive. If you've worked with any kind of streaming software before, this is very easy to get set up. So yeah, looking forward to actually working with that. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so that's the next process. And if I miss a couple streams because my computer is in half, we'll figure something else out. But honestly, a GPU is like the easiest thing to replace. You open it up, you pull the old one out, you put the new one in. Comes with some software or has enough memory on that so it knows what to install. Windows is usually smart enough to detect it, get all its drivers, or open up enough to where it says, go get your drivers. Shouldn't need a firmware update, shouldn't need a BIOS update. So we should be okay. Along with this step, I think I want to do these two guys. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I am looking forward to it. Plans for today. So you're looking at it. I'm going to stream, and then because we didn't get to bed till almost 2, there might be naps in our future because we're old. But also, I have some Halloween decorations that I started. What did that I started putting out, and I realized I didn't have the right cords for a lot of the things to plug in, and it was getting pretty hot, so I stopped. Doing that. Oh, I didn't repeat this. Thought I did both sides of that. Guess not. So what about you? What's your plans for the day? Amazon days are this week, so I might get a great deal on cards. That'd be fine, but I have I'm making this tomorrow Ben's problem because I've got a Best Buy card with a stupid amount of money on it, and I never use it. Like I use it every 6 months to like get a new home appliance of some kind. I hardly ever get anything from Best Buy, and I forgot that. I was like, they sell video cards, so I was like, yeah, I could do that. So even if I got a $300 one, at least it's on a card that I can just kind of pay off. Yeah, I'm looking at like an RTX 3070 or something equivalent. Nothing too crazy. But I also don't want to put myself in a hole where I have to get another card in like 3 months. because this one doesn't provide what I need to, but it should be fine for at least a little bit. It's better than what I got. And what I've got's held up this whole time. But Gloopy Gale was on the other day, and we were trying to look at, some dude had stolen a couple of models of mine, and I have to go back and look too at their site, and it was on Mechabrick, and so we're looking at it, and Mechabrick renders a 3D thing that you can kind of turn around. So I had the stream, I had this going, Studio going, I had a, you know, Spotify, and then I had this other thing that was trying to 3D render in real time, and it broke the computer. It went forever, and I was waiting for it to stop, and it didn't. I'm like, oh, gotta reboot. So I think it's time for that. Polaration Motion. Hello, how are you? Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a good Sunday. What is you're new here? What's your Lego life like? Are you a Lego fan? Are you a builder? Are you a set builder? Are you a collector? Nothing in there. What goes there? That's not right. I don't need that now. Okay, I'll throw in a plate there. Oh, okay. I'll maybe that's part of why it doesn't work with that card, so maybe that's one of the things. Let's see. This is going to be this guy and this guy. And then plate. Yeah, it looked nice. It looked like a better version of what goes on here, so I'm okay with that. All right, so that goes there, and then new step. And I'll put both of these guys in there. How do I want to do that? That's fine. Oh, whoops. You go up there too. Okay, now I gotta put these guys on. Doing good. Found your stream, and I know Greg Dillian from other streams, so I thought I would chat. I mainly collect Star Wars, and I'm also build a lot of MOCs recently, even with Technic. Nice. That's one area that I'm just afraid to do Technic stuff. Mostly because, like, I use Technic bricks for structural things inside the rest of the MOCs that I do. Did I not do? Okay, so it's just that. Just like regular system Lego sets would do, like they build a cage and then they put the stuff around it, kind of thing. That's all I would do with it too. So the reason I'm doing the stand different from the rest of the model is because, dang it, I'm gonna try to do a PDF merge. So I'll do 2 different instructions and then I'll merge the PDFs later, because this is too big of a model to be a submodel, but it's still part of the set. So I don't want to have to do 2 giant groups and then go in through the instruction maker and just doing the steps out here is a lot easier because you can kind of visualize it. If I were doing it in the instruction step process, it's a lot harder to kind of visualize what you're doing, for me anyway. So that's why I'm doing it this way. And merging PDFs, you can do that online. That's not a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. So let's do one more. Do these guys. And Bob's your uncle. Oh, that wasn't good at all. Yeah, and that piece needed to go up there. Why is there still a 1x2 there? That should go up. Do I have two 1x2s? Where's this one then? That's really weird. Collision's on? Okay, that's funky. But in terms of like movable or giant, like Technic cars, Technic trucks, things that are Technic on the outside too, that you shape the Technic bit to make it look like a thing, or you use Technic's functionality to make drivetrains and steering columns and, you know, piston engines and stuff like that. There's no way I could do that. It's entirely too technical and complicated for me. I can make a thing look like a thing. I can't really... I've never really tried to do any of that. Alright, so this is done. Oh no, I don't want to save it. I want to save as. Oh no, wait. Okay, I do. Oh, sorry. Say stand. Good deal. So then we go into instructions. Yeah. It's weird. Okay, just rifle through this. Ooh. Both of those at the same time, huh? Okay, why not? Looks good, looks good, looks good. Looks good. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. No. I didn't want that like that at all. This was supposed to be a step before. So now... Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. It's an empty step? Oh no, there... Okay, couldn't. Alright, page design. That all works. I want it rotated differently. Good. That's fine. That looks good. Like, I feel like this is all going to be pretty straightforward. Oh, I want that turned... I want this whole thing turned around. There we go. I love building for people who aren't 4-year-olds, because I'm like, just make a hinge. Just put the hinge there. This also doesn't have a tile on it, so I'm going to need to remember to tell them the printed tile. I think I have an extra one. I think Josh gave me an extra printed tile. So if anybody wants printed tiles, This is, yeah, it's backwards. UV Monster is Josh's site. It's uvmonster.com, and you can email hello@uvmonster.com. And he prints, I mean, he's got little bags and everything. But that's a pretty good print. Let's see if I can get the build camera going here. It's a little easier to see, a little clearer. It won't focus. There's not enough light, I don't think. But anyway, yeah, so he does a really good job. He's printed a bunch of stuff for us in the past, including... Trying to see if it's in here or not. He did some of the printing for this, so the torso and the tile up there, he printed that. This was part of the swag for Brick Rodeo. Printed that. So that's the Brick Rodeo logo on the purple torso, which he did that, and then he showed me, and as the ambassador to our group, I'm like, you cannot show me that. I cannot see that. He's like, why? I was like, that's very illegal. We shouldn't be doing that. And he's like, oh, well, why? I'm like, you can't. He's like, you can print stuff on Lego. And I was like, you can't print a logo on a torso. I was like, that is like rule number 1. He's like, oh, so we asked for forgiveness rather than permission on that one, unfortunately. Put a link in the chat. That's a good idea. uvmonster.com. And he's a good dude. He works real hard. He's got a good family. What is my favorite Power Rangers season? Not gonna lie, I didn't watch a whole lot of Power Rangers. I feel like I watched Power Rangers before Saban got a hold of them. Like there was something else, like whatever Japan's version of it was. Like I saw a few of those. But I don't remember following it much after. All right, this needs to be flipped. Change to view, flip, flip. And then we need to insert a flip. And then you're done. Okay, so that's done. So save. All right. So now we're back to this. Then we get rid of this. All right. So this is going to be the hard part. But like all things, separate it out by small steps and just work on it until it's, you know, manageable chunks. It's going to be another one of these things where I just kind of lay it out and be like, all right, you got to do this first. No other way around it. I like Power Rangers when it was called G-Force or Voltron. There was a lot less kung fu and it wasn't real life and whatever. I get it. But I think Power Rangers was starting to be at the edge of my, I'm a young kid, I'm now a teenager, and so it was kind of like drifting, like it was late 80s, right? Mid to late 80s kind of thing. So I was kind of getting out of it. I definitely didn't I didn't realize that there were, I don't know how many different groups. There was a thing a few years ago that was like Power Rangers Unite or something, where like all the groups got together and they all like showed up, and there was hundreds of them, and I was like, wow. Oh, that's no problem, Cliff. Take care. Have a good week. I'll see you soon. I don't... Nope. I didn't need to move those. Dang it. Yeah, that was dumb. I gotta start that all over. Nope. Why is it hiding everything? I don't want it to hide everything. That's so odd. Is it hiding it because it's all in this one step? What is going on? Okay. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, so I'm going to restart the app. Just in case. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of maintenance going on around here. I do have a monthly build challenge for our group, but in terms of things that I'm working on, it's going to be a lot of taking stuff apart. Mars base has to come apart. Horizon Zero Dawn background has to come apart. I've got a ton of sets that just need to be disassembled and sorted back into their spaces. That's so weird. All right, let's try this again. Let's hide all this so I can not move it. Cool, and then we'll do that again. I've just let so much build up that I need to start taking stuff apart. I am a little worried about like where to store stuff, just because I feel like a lot of the parts that I've used recently are here we go again with this. Why is it hiding everything? That's so weird. I don't understand. I feel like that's kind of a bug. I just need this, 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 this. But it's part of, you know, the Lego process is especially if you're building. Oh, you know how I should have started this? I mean, it doesn't matter. This is all going to have to be flipped in the directions anyway. So maybe when I'm building it in the instructions, I'll flip it over. That's going to hurt my brain. So let's do... Yeah, part of the fun. That's what I try to tell people sometimes. I'm like, all right, you do realize that... Oh, this is going to be great. In order to, like... and it's not even gatekeepy. It's just like... Oh, frick. I hate selecting multiple things like this. It's like, just a heads up, if this is a hobby you want to get into, I don't have room is a perfectly valid reason not to buy any more sets. Like if you want to keep building, get to the point where you can be okay selling stuff or breaking it down and storing it, or putting a set, like if you have room, put a set away somehow, bag it up, put it in an attic, put it in a tote, put it in a closet, something. Just kind of, you know, if you don't have anywhere to show it off or whatever, that's fine. Yeah, this last year has just been a lot of like constant building. And so there's sets and there's MOCs and there's things that went on display at shows that I held on to for a little bit. Well, I don't need that step there. I need this step here. The blank one. So it's like, just, you know, just be warned. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Dang it. I forgot to take all my medicines this morning. Okay, good. There's one guy at this thundercloud place that is actually, should be in our group. And he doesn't have a shop on Bricklink, but he is aware of Bricklink and he buys from it and stuff. So when I was telling him about doing the instructions for it, he's like, yeah. I was like, I'm just going to send you the IO file and I'll have the instructions with it, but you can do whatever you want with them. You can print them up. And he's like, yeah, that's great. I'm like, sweet. It's fun having like somebody kind of in the know that you can kind of speak the language to a little bit. Because I know talking to the muggles in the group, I was basically speaking Greek. Like, I don't have any idea what you're talking about. This is going to be frustrating because my hand's going to jerk away at the last second on the last one. Does anybody else's hands do that? Like, let's say you're clicking along like this and all of a sudden your hand goes like this. You're trying so hard to be careful that it overcorrects. I'm trying to, like, it just did it just then. Like, I'm so worried I'm going to misclick that it's, like, overcompensating and, like, jerking. And it's almost like a sleep jerk. It just kind of goes on its own. You're like, stop it. So I have to, like, click and let go kind of thing. But even then, I'm like, I'm so worried I'm going to get through 27 of these clicks. And that last one goes burp. And you're like, ah, I can start over. That's why I think twice before buying something. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't have, what's the last thing I bought? Roses, but I had a, you know, the flowers can kind of go anywhere in the house. There's finite room in the Lego room. So there's like a whole center shelf in this. This is mostly, I have a big shelf over here. It's mostly Star Wars with some classic space and an ornithopter and Rivendell, but the rest of it's Star Wars. The middle section's got like some NASA stuff and like some Chinese New Year stuff that I just haven't got rid of yet, but can probably be taken apart. It's not Chinese New Year anymore. Oh. Just a matter of doing it and then dusting. All right, so what's next? Oh, why is this doing this again? Why is it hiding everything? Something changed with this, and I'm not sure what's happening here. I select just a few things, I hit L, and the whole, like, everything below this step goes away. Something is goofy, and it's bothering me. Like, if I just select this one piece and hit L, okay, that hides. Why can't I do a selection like that? Well, now it's not doing it. I don't understand what's going on. Is it maybe because I'm on the step? That would be interesting. Okay, so I think it looks like if you're on the, if you actually highlight that step and try to hide stuff, it's gonna do something weird. All right, so what's next? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, you get so used to doing a thing and suddenly it doesn't. You're like, okay, is that my fault or is it the computer? Let's go these three and let's just do all that. And let's do that. Cool. Yeah, yay for computers. Yay for the things that we all work on daily that drive us crazy. Oh, so itchy. My face is falling apart. My face is leaking. So Friday I took a day off because I had a couple appointments. One of which was I went and donated plasma, which sounds weird. I don't need money and they don't pay you for it, but every time I hear somebody say I donated plasma, it's like, dude, I can loan you $25. Like, what's going on? Because I did that in college. I donated plasma and they paid you $26 or something. And at the time, $26 in 1992 was a lot when you were a smoker and you wanted coffee and you were in college. So I went and donated. I thought I was going in for platelets. And they were like, we're going to do... we're going to do plasma instead. We need more people doing plasma than platelets. I'm like, okay. I'm AB positive, so you guys take whatever's needed. I'm here to donate. If you just need whole blood, if you need whatever, you know, you take what's needed. I was fully prepared. I downloaded a couple episodes of The Crown. I had my headphones, I had PJs and a blanket, and I had an orange juice. I was ready to be, because it's like 2 hours, right, to do platelets. Because they pull it out, and they spin it, and they feed your plasma back to you. But the plasma donation only took like 45 minutes. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. I didn't even get through one episode of The Crown by the time that I got it all set up. But the rest of the day I was like, ooh, I'm definitely dehydrated. I think that's a change. I think this is a change in the software because I don't remember having to click into the step to hide stuff versus clicking outside of the step. So I think that's a little bit of a change, which is gonna, I think it might mess up some people doing instructions, honestly, if I'm being honest. I can't move my camera down, so I'm gonna take a picture and then show you the picture. This is my cat right next to me right now. He's being a little... He's awful full from having broken into his sister's bags of food to get food. We went to the pet store yesterday and got bags of food, and I just put them in the kitchen. And this little terrorist broke into him to get food. And I'm like, dude. Because I'm like, why is your food dish still full of food? He's like, oh, because you left this giant bag of food out here. I just ate into it. Little jerk. So yes, for those new Polaration, I don't think anyone else is. This is the wonderful world of instruction making. It is ever so glamorous. There's probably better ways to do this. I think how... Oh my god, I think I put this together weird. These are going to have to be grouped. That's going to have to be grouped. I bet you could make it a business. What, doing instructions? Yeah, send me your I think Kodiak does that. I know Kodiak does it for Darth Designer Simon. I think he does it for Simon. I don't know if Simon pays him to do it. Or if he's like, yeah, you do instructions for me and I'll send you a copy of the model that I get from Webrick or whatever. Why did this not show? Yeah, it should be a business because it literally takes, if you've got a big model, it takes forever to do this. Garbage. That should have, it doesn't. Okay, that's one thing that I need a second of. Something that was not in there for whatever reason. Okay. This is all going to be done in one weird step. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think I can put these guys on first, then those other pieces. This has to be done kind of in a group. Yeah, just like Lego, multi-billion-dollar toy business. Yeah, so let's, because I think this might be the easiest way to do it. Then put stuff under, oh man. This was a complicated step when I was doing it in real life, too. This may have to be like a giant submodel. I don't want to have to do this. This is going to be so much like clicking and selecting because it's all these little bits down here. So let's see what that's going to take. I don't care what side was I working on. I don't think it really matters. I think I want to start over with this. I want to take all these. No, just black. Move those back down here. So what Lego things are coming up soon? Anybody getting a new set anytime soon? Let's see what's coming out. I don't think a ton is coming out anytime soon. Upcoming releases. Yeah, is there a coming soon section? I think there is. A Mario thing? A Sonic thing. Mario, Sonic, Mario, Mario. Animal Crossing, Animal Crossing. Mario. Mario? Yeah, Mario. Animal Crossing. So I might try to start getting some Animal Crossing figures or some Shima figures or some things with like figures with animal heads on them for our steampunk our giant steampunk project because the idea Mega Spark City because the idea is it'll be populated with like animal characters, like humanized animal characters, and I don't think that was made real clear by James, and I think I need to have him reiterate that because I'm gonna start needing some animal heads like this and critters. And I think getting some Shima stuff and some Animal Crossing stuff, and I don't know what else. Is going to be needed. UCS for May 4th is Jango Fett's ship. So the blue and gray and green Slave 1. Don't we already have a Slave 1 UCS? We could do a UCS Republic Y-Wing. That's big. We could do a UCS V-Wing. We could do a UCS Home 1. Or Nebulan Frigate. Or Stinger Mantis. Or any number of other things that aren't another Slave 1. Okay. That makes me so sad. The Ewok Village coming back actually is not a bad idea because it was a really big set and a lot of people liked it. And I don't think it got enough printing to where a lot of people could get it because at the time it was a really expensive set. And now you can't even get a hold of it without spending $1 billion. So it's still just a Slave 1. It's just a different color. It's like getting... I know they're two different A-Wings, but if you get like the Resistance A-Wing and then the Rebel A-Wing, it's like, yeah, I know. One's an R2Z and one's an R2A or something like that. RZ2 and an RZ whatever, and they're different ships. I don't know. Thanks, man. Yup. Ruined my day. All right, so this is going to be just complicated. No, I don't want it cloned. I want it hidden. I just want to see this. Oh, this is going to be a problem. I'm going to have to select one of the, all these at a time. So like that's going to be one, but this is a thing. One of these is, all right, so I can do that one. So this will be one. And then these guys will be one. So this is going to be one group. I'll do group. And then the good part about this is now I might be able to do... Except that's not how it goes together. Release. These go here. And then that goes there. Now I can group it. New minifigure racing figure cars coming out apparently on Formula One. Minifigure heads on the mini car. That's awesome. I think we actually, I think we did that. I don't know if Lego's done that before, but I do feel like we've done that where you do a race car and then you just put a thing on the head on it. Oh my God, my child added 61 snaps to their story. I don't think I'm going to watch 61 snaps of yours, bro.
New phone.
Okay, I can't watch that now. My child. So I can do the same thing down here. I think. Nope. I can do the same thing across the way here. I thought these could flip. Apparently they can. That's so weird. All right, so delete, 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 delete. A Shire set, I'll get that. Delete. Copy. This goes up here. And then paste. And the reason we do this, okay, so if you're new to the instructions, the reason I made a thing and I right-clicked in here and did copy and then just hit Control-V paste. So these are both the exact same sub-model now, sub-assembly. So that when I go into the instructions, any change that I make on one will change the other one too. So these are now a do this 2 times, right? Like we see in regular instructions where it's got the X2. In order to be able to do that, that's how you do that in these instructions. Because if you just copy one and then group it and then make another one and copy it, it's going to go through the first steps and then repeat. So it won't give you that do this times 2. So this automatically sees that there's 2 of the exact same sub-assemblies and it will automatically give you a times 2. I think it'll automatically do it. And you can tell it to do either a full page or 2 of instructions, or you can right click on it when we get to that point and say convert to call out. So it just has the little main instruction, then a little window that says build these things. But this is a big enough thing that I think it's going to have to be their own pages of instructions. So, and I think these are 1 off. I think these are set 1 off like that. Okay. So we're going to have to repeat that down here because these are all kind of together. Now, if I were smart, this is the exact same build as the top. So this whole thing could be a do this 2 times. But because the bottom side's going to have different tiling and this portion is going to include all the fixins, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do each of them individually. Mayo, how you be? How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. All right. Remember, pick a thing in there first, then go in and hide all this. Okay, so then from here down, this is going to be its own thing. So I'm going to... I don't know why I do that. It's the exact same thing. Why don't I just... I think I'm just going to copy and paste it. It doesn't really matter. Yesterday was a 23-hour day. I slept all through it preparing for this morning, going back to work, so I'm recalibrating my body clock. Good times. What is a 20... Oh, was a 23-hour day. That stinks. Was it just for work? This just in from Lego Ideas review on Brick Fanatics. It's a percolated coffee pot or a drip coffee. Did you guys see that? Oh, come on. Coffee pot. It's out of focus. I apologize. That camera doesn't focus really well close up. But go to Brick Fanatics and it'll have it. And it looks like it can open it, and it's a weird thing to be made out of Lego, but okay. So I'm just going to copy this one. Copy. Nope, not that. Although I will be doing that. And then all these guys. I mean, I guess when the typewriter showed up, it sort of, that was a flood on the regular item market. And then people have been building group. People have been building regular stuff like that for conventions for years now. This will have to be a copy and mirror. So yeah, I don't know why I did it like that, but whatever. "23-hour day is the start of daylight savings. I think your 25-hour day is in November." Oh, I hadn't heard of it like that. We usually just call it daylight savings time. We fall back because it's in the fall, or spring forward because it's in the spring. So yeah, we do just daylight savings time, or it's daylight savings over the summer, and it's daylight standard time the rest of the year. Do I want to do this individually? Yeah, let's do this individually. No, let's not. Let's just make this easier on everybody. So delete. The problem's going to be delete. I can't copy and mirror a subgroup. Which is what I want to do, but that's not. Oh, man. Now I've lost all the hidden things. Fall back, spring forward. I like that. I'm springing forward. That's right. You guys are springing forward right now. Forgot about that. Thanks for coming by. Polaration Motion. Appreciate you stopping by. I'll be back Thursday doing more of this, or I don't know what. More studio work, probably. We'll see. I appreciate the sub. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your day. So I think my problem is that, oh, I could do this. If I switched it up and put this down here and then copied this. Yes. No, just Lock that down. What? What are you doing? Lock. Why? Copy. Copy. And then paste. Boop, boop. Bob's your uncle. Groovy. That. Done. Okay. Save. Save your work. Yeah, there's occasionally you hear things like that where you're like, that makes total sense. I like that. I used Grand Boss on somebody the other day. They're like, I have never heard that. That is so amazing. Because I've been trying to say that. Somebody used it on me a while back, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to totally do that now. Boss, and then your boss's boss, and say your grand boss. And so somebody was like, yeah, I can't do that. I'm like, why not? They're like, they're already trying to make it seem like we work together as a family, and I don't want that. I have a family, and I have friends. You're my coworkers. I don't need you to be my family. I'm like, that's not what grand boss means at all. It just means your boss's boss, you know? And they're like, yeah, but it makes it familial, and I don't like it. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I was like, I am not going to interrupt that train of thought at all. I totally get where you're coming from. All right, so we got all that out of the way. What is next? I think I can do these guys, but I don't know what they attach to. Let's find out. Let's find out. A 1, a 2, 3. Yeah, they don't attach to anything. They just kind of sit in there, which means something else is on top of them. I don't think so, right? Oh, no, they can. Brilliant. Okay, that works. Okay, cool, cool, cool. For whatever reason, I thought those were like smooth topped. I'm like, they're not attached to anything. Well then, so we're a small enough company where my boss's boss and we don't work together, but he will directly come to me for stuff occasionally. And then his boss, the COO, will directly like call me or call my coworker and be like, I need you to add this person to this security group, or I need a license for this person. Oh, I'm just getting so stuffed. You could probably hear it. That's my great grand boss. When I talk about him colloquially to my coworkers, or like family or something, that's what I say. But if it's on a more professional level, it's my, I think somebody said second level boss or something like that. What's next? Already did all that. I suppose. Collapse them all. Wow, there's a lot of green brick in there. Did I add a step at the end? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. It's the same thing with we're trying to make we want there to be culture in bring the culture back. I'm like, no, I don't want there to be culture. Just let me do my job. Culture has been like, why do those keep getting hidden? This has got to be a group 2. troop. Like, so far the culture has been me driving to the office and spending hours getting here. That's the culture. And then we all sit around and chit chat and nobody does any work, and then it's all the water cooler talk, and then it's meetings. Cool. I'm not down on my job. My job's great. My job affords me to do stuff like this and go get appointments where I don't have to like try to get them at 5 o'clock because that's when the day ends. So that's always good. Oh, excuse me. All right. Ooh, we got some spooky music. I should start playing spooky music for the stream. We're coming up on it, right? It's spooky month. There's a lady I follow on TikTok, and she's pretty popular. She's got a for whatever reason, I don't know if you can hear it. I think the song may be over. It's called Moving in Shadows. Yeah, I'm gonna need some like DRM or DMCA safe Halloween music. There used to be a thing where you could go in here and look up, like, it was what was it? Oh no, it was Pretzel Rocks app, and it would have occasionally holiday music, and sometimes it was Halloween and sometimes it was Christmas. But I stopped using them for some reason, and I can't remember why. It was either that it was like severely limiting what you could listen to is the same stuff over and over again, or something like that. This is all done, right? So I can just put these guys on there now. And I forgot what I was saying. Must have been a lie. Talking about music. Yeah, don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, I remember. Okay. There is a lady on TikTok. She does haunted lakes. So she calls it haunted hydrology. It makes me want to walk to Subway. Cool. Ask him for the I don't know what you'd ask him for. Never mind. She goes through every day of the month of October. She highlights a lake somewhere in the world, or a body of water of some kind, a river or a shoreline or something like that, that has something spooky with it. Lots of people dying in it for whatever reason. It has weird animals. It shouldn't exist, but it does. You know, it's flooded catacombs. You know, something like that. But the videos always start with yes, hello, it's spooky lake season, or it's spooky lake month, right? And it's just like, this is all you see is like from here up on the bottom of the screen, and it's got all this stuff up here. It's really great. And she's like written and illustrated a book about these haunted lakes from the first years she did it, and it's very cool. So like I try to do that, and every time it's October and I'm talking with my family, because we all know the same ones, the same videos, I'm like, yes, hello. Welcome back, Cliff. Thanks for coming back to the chaos. All right, now, see, this is the thing. It all goes away? No? Okay. All right, so this is going to be... I think I can do this... Oh, wait, let's put these two guys on here. Probably could have put those on with the rest of the things, but... Yeah, let's do that. There was a step in here that had... Not that one. Those 2x4 bricks. I think I want to put these two guys in there. Save a step. Yeah, and I'll have to like put an arrow on this so everybody sees that. Your t-shirt comment inspired another video. My t-shirt comment? I had a t-shirt comment? See, now it's doing it just fine. I don't understand what the dealio was. Oh, I didn't want to hide all that. Nope. Oh, because that was the last thing hidden. I think that's what it was. I think the hiding thing gets a little wonky if you don't do it right. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be one group, and it's going to be the same as this one. So we'll get rid of this. So this will be one. And I'm going to do both of these while I'm... Oh, man. Oh. Cliff's comment. On what shirt he needs to wear when camera's on like it's a big thing. I'm just glad he'd be dressed. Yeah, I saw that thing. It's like, I need to, you know, what shirts to wear on camera. I'm like, just, okay. Like, I'm not visible enough in my camera to be seen. Like, this is the shirt I have on now. It's very Lego-centric, but it's also a very comfortable shirt. So that's why I'm wearing it. My t-shirts are all hanging in my closet. And for a while, I have to lose some weight because some of them don't fit anymore. But for a while, it was... I just pick whatever's the first in the line. And then I just go all the way back through. And then when I wash them, I just hang them at the end. And you just cycle through them. Like, whatever's next, just grab a shirt and go. Doesn't matter. It's all nerdy printed t-shirts. Doesn't matter. I will occasionally be like, I'm going to this certain thing, and I want to kind of have a certain t-shirt on, but that kind of rarely doesn't happen. Copy, paste. So, yeah, I don't have anything specific usually. Yeah. Well, I've got a lot of t-shirts. If you guys want, let me see if I can get his ad. I don't think he does web sales. This is the guy who does all our Lego shirts for conventions. If you want a shirt, and they're available here, you should get one. This is my favorite. Forever Sorting. I wear this one all the time. Again, because it's a nice material and it's comfortable. But he's at a lot of Lego conventions, so you've probably seen his stuff. This is what he's got currently for sale. Unless it's like one of these that's sold out, the goat hat. What's on the site is not always what he has. So if you see him at a show, he's going to have different shirts. But I think I've got a bunch of his shirts. And he does the conventions convention shirts usually. So like to go with the Spaceman. This is cool because it's got a sleeve printing too. It's got the space, like the Galaxy Explorer LL, and then it's got the 2024 on it, which I think is really cool. The problem is I don't think I can fit in this shirt. It's only an XL, and I need a 2XL because I'm a fatty. Yep. Get a Johnny Build shirt too. Yeah. Where can we get that, Johnny? Off your YouTube site? Off your YouTube site. Like, I don't know what YouTube is. I'm getting old, y'all. It's just unfortunate how hey, look at that. I gotta set up a notify me for it anyway. Brick Erie merch store. Oh, it's Redbubble. Okay. Everybody go here. I like that one. I might get that one. I could probably do a shirt with this logo on it. With the whatever logo for my channel is. I have a hat. Or a patch. I have a patch. Redbubble's fun. I think I still have stuff on my Redbubble account. I aged out of Menudo. The Hammer is My Penis. It's from Dr. Horrible. Childhood produced by Glenn A. Larson. This is the latest one. There was a thing that was like banning certain things. A shirt that had this kind of thing on it. So we changed it to basically it's sex, drugs, and rock and roll. But it's pot, porn, and Planned Parenthood. Which I thought was funny. That's Last Starfighter, Jesus Saves versus Damnation. I think that was it. I don't know why I have that one. Alan one. I still need to get that for myself. And then this one, I need to get that for myself. It's a zombie looking at a groundhog. They both have come up from the ground at the same time. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's my own artwork. I used to draw. Yeah, but go get a shirt from Johnny. Or Will. Or whoever. Why does that go away? Why? I need these two. Group. And get rid of this one. Delete, 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 delete. And then group. And then move up here. That step. Copy. Paste. Boop, boop. There. Save. Take care, Johnny. Appreciate you coming by, as always. My best to your nieces and nephews. Hope everyone's safe. All right. Next up is probably whatever that is. That's just a brick. That's just a two. Oh, well, let's do the propeller. Let's do the inside of that. So let's do from this angle. See if we can do. Hide all that. It's so weird. It's so inconsistent. I don't understand it. All right, I can hide all this. Hide all that. Yes. It is a hideable thing. Because I think this is all we need for this one. So this is all going to be a group. I think that. Can't see that and that. Group. No, not what I wanted at all. Plate? What plate? No. What is going on? That's part of that. That's got a plate in it. So where is... I didn't do a step, first of all, so that's no good. There we go. Brilliant. So for our monthly build, we are doing spooky builds. I have to have this done. When's our monthly meeting? The 18th? I need to start doing that. Yeah, or the 20th. I'm going to see if my mom wants to go to this Lego meeting. I don't know what else to do with her, so I'll be like, hey, you want to go to a Lego meeting? Oh, also, if they're getting in on the 18th... Okay, I don't know why I was thinking that. She was going to be getting in that... Doesn't matter. I'm thinking to myself now. I'm debating... So we're doing spooky stuff. And I think the idea is, like, I think we encourage people to be like, yeah, you know Halloween Town in Nightmare Before Christmas? They've got, like, the mayor's office and a couple other buildings kind of thing, like the entrance to the mausoleum and the little curly Q thing that Jack stands on. But the rest of the town needs to be filled out. Like, it's Halloween Town, so there needs to be other things in it. So build something from Halloween Town. And so I was like, I'm just going to make another brewery. But I was thinking Halloween Town might be better to do like an absinthe place. So I'm debating on whether or not to do like absinthe, and I have these big vats with like trans light green in it or something, and that's the absinthe. Because that just seems spookier than like a brewery. Or it could be a brewery. Ooh. I like it. A micro brewery. That's so dad joke. All right, new step. What time is it? We got 15 minutes. Somebody gave Beth, friend, gave Beth this set. And they're like, we hear your husband's into Lego. Does he want this? And Beth's like, sure, why? And they're like, because I think it's missing pieces. And Beth's like, sure, I guess. So box with instruction, had a little baggie in it with all the extra pieces. And then it also came with a Band-Aid. I don't know why every secondary thing you get from somebody else's house that has Lego or toys always has a Band-Aid in it. It's like, why? Oh, I didn't even need to do that. So the only thing wrong with this, there's no missing pieces. There were things that weren't put together correctly that just needed to be fixed. There was nothing wrong with it. 100% fine. The only thing that was iffy was these stud shooters. They'd put this little clip in backwards and it didn't work and it was stuck in there. And I could tell they tried to get it out because there's all these little plier marks all over it. So I basically got my needle nose pliers and ripped it in half so it could come out. And it comes with an extra one anyway, so I just put the extra one in there. And it works fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, all the pieces were there. They said there were missing pieces. They weren't. There was actually an extra piece in here that was supposed to be used for this section, which is kind of a fun way to put stuff together. It's just clips and a bar in there. And so to make this shape, then it just clips in there, right? That's kind of a nice way to do that. And then it comes with a thing where you can store batarangs and handcuffs in there. So yeah, I'm like, well, that's cool. And they're like, yeah, you can keep it. I'm like, I generally don't want it. So I might try to offload it to somebody who does. Because I don't collect DC stuff generally, but I mean, it's a fine set. It's probably about 40 bucks. I haven't looked at the price. It's 350 pieces, so if somebody wants it, they're welcome to it. All right, what's next? Got the propeller. Trying to sort out what I would do next in terms of building. Let's take the top off and see what's in here. What will we do? Probably, well, since the propeller... Oh, wait, we can do this front bit. That's probably good. Let's do that. So this is going to be that. Oh, that's going to be one big group of things. So why don't I do... Oh my god, my nose. Put these two things... Is that a 2x4 plate? It's a 1x4 plate. Let's take all that and just put it all up here. Thanks for grabbing the 1x4 plate like I wanted to. Yeah, this is easily the most boring part of doing any kind of Lego design stuff, is like going back and doing instructions. Got to keep up with my French today. I think I asked this already, but anybody else doing Duolingo? So we'll do a new step, and then this will be I don't understand that. That's such a messed up way to do this. Okay, so that is one big... Oh, it's a couple big things. Okay. So, let's see if I can get rid of all this, just to see that yellow bit. extra step. Okay. So this is all going to be one big step right here. So select, I'm going to do a group of this. Trust the process. It'll all come out. This is definitely something I'm going to need to take offline too. One sec. Hello? Hey. Yeah, I'm streaming. I'm doing my later stream. That's okay. Yeah, I've only been doing it for 5 years. Okay, I'll call you when I'm done. Bye. So I've only been doing this stream for 5 years. And I think the people who know least about it is my family. Because no matter how long I've been doing it, every Sunday morning, every Thursday night, I get a call from somebody. What are you doing? Same thing I've been doing every Sunday morning and Thursday night for 5 years. I realize it doesn't seem like a big deal to you. But guess what? I'm busy. All right. I mean, I could have called it. I only have like 10 minutes. So it's not like it's a huge thing. Make sure to get another step in here. And make sure to select that so I don't see it all. The other thing I could have done is just like let it go to voicemail. I didn't have to be jerk about it, but I'm like, come on, man. Oh wait, I don't want to. Dang it. So as we get to the point where we're wrapping this up, I hope you all have a good week. If you got anything planned coming up, I hope you enjoy whatever you're doing. And make sure to get your Halloween costumes sorted now. Don't wait. Because we're coming up on it, and I know that I tend to wait till last minute, but I think I have to wait till at least payday before getting either renting or sorting out a costume. I had an idea of something to do, but I don't know that it's going to be something people are going to recognize at all, so we'll see what happens. But so yeah, you guys plan on doing any Halloween stuff? Mayo, do you guys do Halloween in Australia? We looked this up on yesterday when we were in Spirit Halloween looking for stuff, and Beth's like, I wonder how they dress in other countries, and I was like, I don't think anybody else does Halloween, at least like the U.S. We're very commercial about it, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it harder than anybody else, right? Charge more commercialism, more capitalism. By the same token, I'm not a huge fan of like trunk trick-or-treating in parking lots. I get it, safe for kids, but I'm kind of like, it's a spooky season. People should go out in the dark. Like, be safe and go with your family and stuff, but like walk around the neighborhood in the dark with flashlights. You know, that's fun. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. All right, so we're gonna work on this backside now. My family just loves texting me. I swear it didn't used to be like this where you had to, if you were highlighted on the step, it wouldn't like repeat. Oh my God. Shut up. It wouldn't repeat the step, so. This is another thing I kind of rebuilt, so I may have to take this apart a little bit. This is a good place to kill, honestly. I'll probably stop here. So I'm going to do the rest on my own time. This is just kind of an indication of like the process to go through. And then we'll go through each page, or I'll go through each page. And same thing with the stand, kind of make sure nothing's like out of place, make sure it's visible and you can kind of see what you're doing from all angles, clear up confusion or anything like that. And then I'm going to stitch those two together in one. So yeah, and people decorate yards. Like I'm going to spend a couple hours decorating my yard today. It'd be nice if somebody came by looking at it. I don't know that we're going to be handing out candy because I don't know where we'll be on Halloween, but I think Halloween's a Thursday. Let me look. It's a Wednesday. Oh no, it's a Thursday. So yeah, so you know, may take Friday off so we can stay out late, but I don't mind handing out candy. I think last time what we did too is you do stuff on the porch. Like you just like you put out a table, you got some candy. I know friends of mine were just like handing out all kinds of stuff, you know, so the parents could be like, you have candy for the kids, but we also have like stuff from the pantry that we're not using anymore. Like maybe, would you like some Go-Gurt or would you like a can of vegetables or something like that? You know, like you could take some other stuff home. We're not using it. Do you want it? You know, but also have like candy and fun stuff and maybe some stickers and pens and whatever else. Like I could hand out Brick Rodeo pens. Nobody's going to take those. But stuff like that where you just, and then you're outside and then the whole time you're just having fun with the neighborhood. So that's fun. All right, everybody. Well, have a good rest of your day, rest of your Sunday. I will talk to you Thursday. I think Thursday will probably be trying to decide what we're going to do Thursday. We could take an astronaut apart and make a space dog, maybe, or we'll do some more Horizon Zero Dawn designing. We'll see what happens. We'll see what comes up. Maybe a smaller sub sandwich to fit. Oh, that'd be a good idea. Why don't we take? Let's do that. I'll import the yellow submarine and build it before then, hopefully, and then we'll adjust it so it's more like a sub sandwich. And so we'll make it a small version. We'll try to trim it down as much so it won't be super obvious it was the same model, but we'll see how it goes. So, all right, everybody, have a good rest of your day. Take care, build well, have fun, and I'll see you soon. Bye.